we've got terrible lighting to start this video, but this video is hopefully probably going to take place at the library. We are going to create a list of go-to meals, but it's going to be more than just writing down a list of dinners that you cook for your family. All right, we're going to talk about how to make it the most impactful, how to make it save you the most time, the most headache, the most stress, and how you can use it to quickly fill in each week's meal plan. So I'm at the library because I have a toddler at home and filming during nap time doesn't always happen. So I'm at the library hoping to knock this out, and it's like really crowded. There's a lot of cars in the parking lot, so I'm hoping that I am correct in thinking that they have study rooms where I can close the door and film and not disturb anyone or look like a weirdo. So I'm in the library trying to work on things. I'm in a study room, but there's like some sort of beeping noise in the background, so now I've got headphones on with my instrumental movie soundtrack music, but there's like a beep 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 beep, like it literally sounds like Morse code in a movie, and I have very sensitive hearing, and also I'm easily distracted, so this is going great. So my plan to do my new go-to dinners list at the library did not pan out, so I'm at home on a Saturday and I've got a second cup of coffee because the baby did not sleep well last night, and we're gonna try and knock this out, and then I will film myself explaining it to you. Wish me luck and energy. I'm now in my living room. I've got my notebook and I have a very messy brain dump list of my favorite dinners. So I've got a lot on here. I think it's like probably more than 50. You may not have that many when you go to do this, and that's okay. You don't need to start with this many. I had a go-to list already that I started with, and then I added more. So I added new recipes I've tried and loved since the last time I made this go-to list. So there's a ton on here, and this is super messy, so I'm gonna explain what I'm doing next. And I already realized that I didn't do this in the best way possible. So this is my like bullet journal type journal that I use to keep my life in order. And I was like, okay, that makes sense to have my go-to list of meals there, even if I don't make my meal plan within this journal. But I'm now gonna categorize it and put the meals by protein. So like a page of chicken recipes, a page of beef recipes, right? But I'm gonna have to flip back and forth. So do a brain dump on a loose sheet of paper. All right, so I'm gonna film myself doing this, and then, like I said, I'll explain how to do it, how best to do it, and give some tips. Okay, so just briefly, let me show you what I've done. There we go. So I know it's gonna be backwards. I'll try to see if I can fix that. But, so I have, this page is going to be chicken recipes. My favorite chicken recipes, one of my husband's favorite chicken recipes, is jalapeno chicken skillet. Yes, and we like to serve it over couscous. So I've noted that on here, noting your side dish you like to serve with it is one of my big tips. And then I put the source of the recipe. It is from The Chunky Chef, which I love that that's the name of her website, from The Chunky Chef. And then I included all the ingredients. And I am going to highlight and color code based on the amount of work each recipe. My camera just did a weird zooming out, trying to focus thing. Stop. We're gonna turn you off in just a moment. Give me a second. So I am going to color code them. I'm going to use highlighters to color code the recipes based on the amount of time it takes to make them, based on the amount of work, and based on doing what I call mini meal prep. So any recipe that has a few ingredients in it that I can prep ahead of time, that I can chop, that I can make the sauce ahead of time, things like that, I'm gonna mark that on there as well. So when I am making a meal plan and I'm like, okay, what recipes do I want on these busy weeknights? I can plan a few of those recipes that I know I can prep ahead a little bit and make those even faster recipes. So my weeknight dinners don't only have to be recipes that are always quick and easy. They can be recipes that I make quick and easy by doing part of the work ahead of time. So let me pause here because my camera's freaking out and you'll see me in a different location probably for the rest of this video. Back into my kitchen like previous videos. So again, I know this is going to be backwards, but I'm going to show it to you because you don't need to be able to read the words anyway. So we're going to take a little tour of my meatless recipes page. Okay, so I realized while doing this that like half of my meatless recipes are black bean based or pasta based. So if anyone has any unique recipes that aren't black beans or pasta that are meatless meals, I would love to hear it, especially if they're easy. I'm gonna point out the important things when making this that you need to include. So I've got my meatless recipes, starting with black bean nachos. This is from the website Budget Bites, which is one of my favorite ones. If you follow me on Instagram and you check out my stories every day, I'm sharing my dinner, and a lot of the times I'm tagging Budget Bites because she has great recipes and they are on a budget and delicious. So Budget Bites is the source for that. That's important. So for black bean nachos, I don't have it highlighted, nor do I have a side dish listed on there because it's what I call a complete meal. You got the tortilla chips, which are kind of like a starch or a grain, I guess. And then you've got black beans and rotel and guacamole on top. So you've got your protein and your veggies all included in the recipe. So you don't need a side dish. If you want one, I guess you could make some Spanish rice or something. I don't know. I don't do that because I don't feel the need. Anywho, baked feta pasta is the next one. So this is the TikTok recipe that went viral like maybe even 2 years ago now. I don't need a recipe for it. You throw the feta and the tomatoes in a dish and you season it, you roast it, and then you smash it up, and then you add basil, or I started doing pesto, which is delicious, and then you serve it over pasta. That's the recipe. So no recipe source listed on this one. However, this one is green, and I have my little key over here. So green is like super easy. And then orangish yellow is prep ahead. So again, those are the ones where I know I have ingredients that I can chop, that I can prepare ahead of time to make it an easy weeknight meal. So tostadas, I always think of them as a super fast and easy meal, and they're actually not. I do bean tostadas, and I pre-toast the tostadas, and then put the refried beans and cheese on them, put it back in the oven, and then I chop lettuce and tomato. Assembling all of those, like preparing them, putting them in the oven, and then chopping the lettuce and tomato is actually a little bit of work. So I can prep ahead. I can chop the lettuce and tomato ahead of time. And then down here, spicy coconut vegetable stir fry is a delicious meal, also from Budget Bites, and not black bean, so that's good. But I have it marked here as prep ahead also because so you can make the stir fry in a lot of different ways, but the vegetables that we choose that I have found to be the tastiest includes carrots and red bell pepper, which I would have to chop up ahead of time. And I could also make the sauce, the stir fry sauce, ahead of time. So that is another prep ahead meal. And then the other ones are nothing is noted because they aren't super easy. They aren't things where when I'm looking at my meal plan and I am making sure I avoid one of the reasons that meal plans fail that I talked about in the last video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, be sure to go watch that one. So I look at my calendar and I understand that my weeknights are very busy. We have a toddler, so I want super easy meals. So I know these are the ones I want to look at. when making my weekly menus. I suggest also noting on here the side dishes you would serve, and I don't have, none of these meatless meals are an incomplete meal that require a side dish. So I already told you about it. The jalapeno chicken skillet, that one I mentioned, I would include couscous listed out. I'd put it, like right here next to the title of the recipe, to remind myself of what I need to make sure I have on hand in my kitchen or to purchase when making my meal plan and grocery list. So this is probably my number one tip for making meal planning easy, for ensuring you eat at home. You have this go-to dinner list and you never run out of dinner ideas again. Basically, you keep adding to it. Whenever you try a new recipe, you go and add it. If it's a success, you go and add it to your go-to dinner list, and you make any notes about how easy it is, any notes about what you would like to change about the recipe. If you want to add or change something next time, make sure you note that on there as well. In upcoming videos, I'm going to give a few other ways that you can easily inspire meal plans, easily come up with instant dinner ideas. Isn't that amazing? The concept of instant dinner ideas. So if you have any questions about this, please leave me a comment, and then be sure to turn on notifications for my upcoming videos. And then I also have something really exciting to tell you about. That sounds so cheesy, but I really am excited for this. So this video will be posted sometime on Thanksgiving week. It will be before Thanksgiving. Can't confirm the day that you're seeing this, if you're even seeing it right when I post it. But on Black Friday 2023, I'm releasing a new product called the Simple Dinner Solution. And isn't that what we all want, right? We want simple dinner times. So in this new product, it's an ebook that also has exercises for you to complete. And it goes through the 5 things that help me get dinner on the table 7 nights a week. Most of the time, we are eating dinner at home 7 nights a week. And that is not an easy task. And of course, the more kids you have, the more activities you have, the harder it is. This has helped me cook dinner when I was in grad school and working, when my husband was working crazy hours and I was home with the baby by myself, following these rules, these guidelines. I don't want to call them rules because you make them flexible and make them work for you. But these guidelines will help you get dinner on the table however many times you want to cook a week. That was another weird sentence, but you know what I'm saying. Whatever your goal is for dinners in, for dinners at home, again, even if it's frozen pizza, like we talked about in previous videos, even if it's frozen pizza, planning for that, making it happen, eating it at home, saving money, time, and sanity. Also, like we talked about in previous videos. Like I said, that that product is being released on Black Friday this week, and through Cyber Monday, so whatever, Monday the 27th or something like that of November, or Tuesday, I guess. Actually, Tuesday the price will be going up. So it's going to be an introductory price on Black Friday weekend through Cyber Monday, and then the price is going to go up. Also, when you go to purchase that product, you can add on pre-made meal plans. I'm going to have my pre-made meal plans that I have already been selling as an option to add on to this. But even with that, you can still find a lot of value in the ebook itself, in the Simple Dinner Solution. Combined with those pre-made meal plans, like, you can successfully eat dinner at home super easy. And that is my goal, is to help you eat dinner at home easily without losing your mind, without wasting money, all of those things. I don't want you to have stressful evenings with your family. I want you to have enjoyable evenings with your family and save money. So be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting about it then. And then I don't actually have a link to send you to yet. The best way to find it will be going to my Instagram and following the link follow the link on Instagram in my bio on Instagram. Or I will also be sharing the link here on YouTube. Maybe I'll probably post a short here on YouTube with a link in the caption. when it goes live on Black Friday. So I'm super excited about that. I really do think it'll be very valuable and helpful. I haven't had a resource yet that outlines all of the ways I have made myself successfully have dinner on the table. And I am an Enneagram 3. So strategies, systems, efficiency is like my bread and butter. And that is what I have figured out. That's been my focus for a while. Like I said, I was in grad school for a while and working and had no money. Basically, that's what happens when you're a graduate student. And I needed to cook at home. And I was also making most things completely from scratch. But like I said, all of the principles, guidelines in this ebook are designed to help you get dinner on your table in whatever way works best for your family. So turn on notifications, follow me on Instagram, be sure to subscribe so you see my upcoming videos. I'll teach you a little bit of what's in the ebook and these videos, but I truly can't get into all of it in 1 or 2 videos. It would be really long. And the exercises are necessary for these things. There's an exercise in there for this one, for creating your go-to dinner list and the other ways. Oh, my video cut off on me again. So I was saying that there are exercises in this ebook that go along with all of the explanations that are going to be really valuable, like the one where you create your go-to meal plan list and you have my examples on there and all of that, walking you through it visually where you can see it. So again, be sure to follow me here and on Instagram and turn on those notifications so you know when that goes live. Yeah, and then I am going to have some of my first travel videos up soon. I'm super excited about those. We're going to talk about Disney World. We're going to talk about Alaska. We're going to talk about cruising with the baby. That is a thing. It is something. Travel in general with a baby. I'm also probably going to tell some travel horror stories, so that should be fun. But I will also have lots more meal planning help, dinner time help, all of the things, again, saving you time, money, and sanity, and helping you save money where you can so you can spend money where you want.